And we're back. So we've gone through the early part of the game. We went a slightly different route than last time, and it worked out remarkably well for us. We found the Shinobi Firecracker much earlier than I thought it would be available in the game, which I am absolutely ecstatic about. It is so far my favorite, and I would say most effective Shinobi prosthetic. Particularly early game, and it's just especially useful against the animal bosses, or you know, I forget his name, the gatekeeper guy on horseback. It's going to startle his horse pretty effectively. There's also the Raging Bull, so typically I thought it wasn't available until after Raging Bull, but now that I know you can get it sooner, I'm really happy about that. I'm gonna get spotted, I think, by that guy, but I honestly don't care. Where are you going? Got him. Now, the last playthrough, I'm actually a little sad about it. It's the only time I've ever managed to... Oh, that did actually quite a bit of damage through his guard. On the last run, I managed to get a fish in here that I've never gotten before. He's always just too far below the waterline for me to catch. So I got a third treasure carp scale that I normally never get. It was this guy. Ugh. See, I missed him. And he's gone. Now, he'll reappear at some point. He's hard to catch. And honestly, there's not much to do with the treasure carp scales until you got a few of them. So I don't think I'm going to exactly farm the area for them, but I will be grabbing the low-hanging fruit if I can. And if I had a great shuriken, I think that it would be much easier to get these guys. So if I can't get them on this attempt right now... Oh, I see, he's really deep. Just gonna wait for him to come a little higher. Ah, what a waste. Okay, moving on. But at some point... Oof, that was actually an unfortunate whiff there. Somehow this guy didn't catch me. Kill him every way out of spite and anger for the fact that his compatriots ruined my last playthrough almost. Nah, it was the chained ogre. I'm actually a little sad about messing with the dogs. That was interesting. Normally the animation for executing those guys is different. Yeah, we're just gonna get this guy for completion's sake. Which is maybe the most offensive reason to kill somebody. Just because, yeah, I've killed everybody else there and I might as well. But morally, they're bandit raiders basically, so they seem like bad guys. And well, secondly, this is a memory, so we can go ahead and pretend that nothing I do really truly has any effect because it's all already happened. Which I guess could be used as a very interesting moral cop-out in today's world. You could have a very what's the word, deterministic attitude towards your behavior and say that it doesn't matter because everything's already been decided, and so you don't really have any agency. But we're a little off topic of the one-armed wolf, so moving right along. Those sugars, I said this on the last run through and I'll say it again on this one, and yeah, just for we're gonna wreck these guys because we should. Yeah, okay, no stealth, that's fine. Wow, He went down a little bit easier than I was anticipating. Come at me, bro. Maybe I underestimated that whirlwind slash. That's actually been a bit effective. Of course, just like the Ichimonji, you gotta time it right, but Ichimonji is from the Ashina sword style. You get the esoteric text right before you fight the horsemen. Or, I'm sorry, right after you fight the horsemen. Extremely useful. It's effective for poise breaking, which is, oh, this is not good at all. That's bad. Alright. Let's see if I can't actually, oh, okay. That's definitely want to get myself out of that corner. Oh, that's not good at all. Oh, I do not yet have midair deflection. Gotta be careful about that. I'm still accustomed to. Oh, I'm dead. That's disappointing. But on this, we are going for only real death. Once we get Dragon Rot, that is the mark of ending it, so I was a little bit careless, I would say, but I really don't mind all that much, and if these guys are truly able to end my playthrough, then I don't deserve to be doing this playthrough, I suppose. That was maybe a bit of a cheap anticlimactic ending to that guy, but they really spoiled my fun. But this guy's just drunk and having a good time. Somehow he managed to completely not notice that entire thing. He didn't feel it. And now maybe I ought to, if I'm killing them because they're looters and thieves, then maybe I ought to feel bad for following up their destruction by entering all the buildings that they were looting and looting them myself. Ooh, I don't know if that spray pattern was already on the wall or if I did that, but if I did that, I'm sorry to the, well, I suppose the owners of that house are certainly dead. Poor little pupper. Oh! Yeah, honestly, even at the cost of spirit emblems, if I had an ability that allowed me to automatically pull the items in, and the sen and all that, that would absolutely be worth its weight. You know, we can make our way to the next one. I've healed once, but now, of course, we have no resurrection to fall back on, so it's real death from here. Which maybe should prompt me to be more cautious, but it's not my way, I guess, which is a bad sign for the longevity of the playthrough, but it's more exciting, I think, when there are actual stakes involved. That's bad. So these enemies were able to detect me because the rooster, oof, because the rooster had aggroed, so the mechanic that the game uses for that picked me up. And now I'm a little bit more worried, but we're not going to go for the, we're not going to, oh, you know, I did not get the axe, did I? Ooh, dear me. We're going to go for the axe. I think I remember where it is. Yeah. No. Wow, a dangerous overextension. See this guy playing dead here? Yeah, that was close, and even though now it does become quite a bit less exciting option, we're gonna set those guys back up, and I'm gonna do what Torbjorn would do. Build them up, break them down. Oh, I really was counting more than I should have been on those iframes. Up we go. And this time he does not even respawn. Fucker. Woo, very good. I don't know if I've ever seen them do that defensive backhand. That was pretty neat. Alright, this time we're gonna eavesdrop on these dudes real quick. That's right, there's a village of people hiding in there that we just rescued. I think last time we were down here, we talked to the looter, we decided not to kill him. We're gonna stand by that this time. But I don't want to forget about the really cool item hiding out over here. The bundled Jizo statue. That's going to allow us to restore a resurrection node, which of course is a very rare thing. You don't want to do that very often. Those items don't come up very often. But, you know, when it matters, it matters. These guys, I don't have the axe or the flame barrel yet, but ooh, it's tempting to go for this general right now. I have, I think, only one prayer bead, right? Yeah, I have only one prayer bead. I don't have a way to kill these guys though, and honestly the general back here is a lot easier if you've cleared out all the mooks. So we're gonna take a pass on him this time. You'll notice since I'm repeating the beginning area, there's a couple of things that I say the same basically every time, and one of them is just how I like to complete this little section of the map. Once you take that guy out, there's an archer hiding out over here, and you can really, it doesn't let you sneak attack him, but you can get him pretty good. Taking them out quietly allows you to sneak up on this guy, which, you know, he's the most dangerous. Ooh. Yeah, you can tell I get quiet when I have to focus. There he goes, and there you go. With 3 spirit points, I'm doing alright in terms of working my way. Somehow he didn't know there was a whole fight going on. With 3, we're doing alright, making our way towards oops. Getting our death blow recovery technique, which is just so juicy that I really come to believe anything that doesn't bring you closer to getting that early in the game is a bad idea. Now the Mercury counter might be an exception to that, because A, it's awesome, and B, it allows you to get suppressed presence, and upgrading your stealth can be really a pretty big deal. But the value of just being able to heal every time you KO someone is so great that I'm tempted a little bit to farm these guys for the ability to do it. I'm not going to do that, but it's tempting. Now we are going to have to do a detour to the dilapidated temple to get the axe fitted to us. So, minor upkeep. And I don't think we got a gourd seed. Telling her that I can resurrect. Yeah. That was a lot for me to just be saying I don't have anything to say. So here we are starting off with now 4 prosthetic tools. We're in a much better shape. Yeah, we're in a much better shape. I'm gonna put the axe on. You know what? I think we're gonna go do Chained Ogre. Nah. Let's continue with what we had planned. We're gonna go through the Hirata estate, and we'll do Chained Ogre after the Drunkard. This area, I really like the art. I like the aesthetic. I know it probably doesn't look as good on a stream or on a recording. But it's so impressively done, so artful, and yeah. Now that guy's always a priority for me. Next up, I want to cut down the ranged ability. And then we're going to take out the bulk. For some reason I wasn't really able to do the defensive options there. That's okay. Ooh, this is going remarkably bad. That was a lot of parries in a row. You just watch your friend die like that. That combat art is just not a very good idea against these guys. $171. So we knew we were going back anyway while we're here. Oh, you know what? Can you? No! Oh, that is really bad because when I get up, I'm actually still going to be in the fire burning. Oh, thank God I was able to escape that. What a silly way to go that would have been, huh? What a terrible end. Of course, I still have running through walls jutsu. And that item did not even have time to light up. I think the game. having some issues loading this area. There should be another item, but honestly I rely so much on the light and the particle effects to detect the items that it could be hard to spot them without it. So we're gonna go back. Right now I think we're at 20 minutes, which is great because that gives us 1 or 2 attempts at the Drunkard, which should be all it takes to finish him off. Now I do want to be a little bit careful with the way that I use my Sen. I don't want to buy if I don't have to. I would really prefer not purchasing spirit emblems. So we're going to use them pretty sparingly at first. There will be a time when I start to purchase them. We just want to forestall that. The reason is because there are, you know... Ooh, what a dick. There are prayer gourds and other things that we'll want. You see why I gush over the ability to heal every time I death blow. If I had it right now, I would be back at full health already. Oh, you think you're cool pacing back and forth over there, huh? Lighting effects were giving me the impression that there was still somebody over there who was trying to detect me, but since that's not the case, we're going to move on. So we're going to use the typical method that I have for getting a stealth attack on the Drunkard. It just makes a huge difference in terms of how long and how difficult the fight is. Naturally, that's always the case. If you get the opportunity... actually, this is that painting. This one's not a secret wall. If you ever get an opportunity or find a way or a reason to stealth attack these bosses, that puts you at a pretty big advantage. Now I look at this and I think it's not nothing, and I also see that there's a source of light over there, but I can't imagine what to use this little area for. But they wrote the whole thing. There's gotta be something over here. Maybe that's bad video game logic, that they built it, so I should be here. Yeah, I guess it appears there's nothing. There's not any missing floorboards to climb under or anything like that, so until I figure it out, moving right along with our stealth attack plan on Drunkard. And if we do pull it off, the really cool advantage is that the NPC can, for the most part, take out one of his health bars, especially if the Drunkard has his attention split. In order, I recommend taking out that guy because the shield guys are... Ooh, that's an uncommon occurrence. Alright, we're going to be a little careful. Yeah, very low chance that that happens. Ooh, that was close. Alright, now with all of them gone, we're going to get the hell out of Dodge. The goal here is to clear the mobs and de-aggro Juzao without luring him into the NPC. If you do lure him into the NPC activates, and he'll join the battle right away, which we definitely don't want. We want him to join the battle after we stealth attack. As far as stealth goes, you can for the most part sprint up to enemies and still be able to stealth them. You don't actually have to be engaged in stealth as long as you're behind them. Now there's a good chance one of his circular swings reaches me. But watching the two of them fight, they actually they have a cool duel, and I get the feeling they're pretty evenly matched. Well, we're gonna get the chance to watch them fight. Yep. Interesting battle. Ooh, heavy blows from Juzo. Ooh, he went all E Honda, and now our guy is poisoned, and I do want him to survive, so we're gonna intervene. I think the poison's gonna kill him. What a turn of events. Put him out of his misery so he doesn't have to suffer. And I'm sure that there is a story reason why his death is significant and unfortunate, but I've never actually determined it through gameplay. So, with heavy hearts, move on. Oops, totally forgot about these guys. And that's all she wrote. The arrows sticking out of my back. Yeah. Now my sword's sticking out of his back. Dickhead. And here we go. Secret door. This secret door is especially significant because it's easy to miss, I think. I noticed it the first time I went through this area just by total sheer luck. The painting looked a little out of place to me, but more importantly I caught light. You can see there's kind of a seam in the door. And through that I was able to find it. But there's another prayer bead, and now we have 4. So with that, we get to decide who our last one is going to be. I normally would say that the Chained Ogre is one of the easier bosses to go through. But actually, he ended my last run, which was very disappointing for me. Even though I didn't really feel too disappointed, but it's just he's not a difficult boss when you get the trick. And I was kind of disappointed in myself, we'll say. But that way progresses to Lady Butterfly, who's both very difficult to fight and I would say difficult to escape from if the fight goes south. So we're not going that way. We're going to go back to the outskirts and try our luck at Chained Ogre. And that will start next episode. See you there.